your phone.
Awesome.
Every time he does this, we didn't even prepare.
I am here with Brazil, Nicole's hot boyfriend Evan, Jojo, and the most recently evicted house guest Jonah, here on Extra Whip, now on Big Brother Cheesecake 6 Hockey Sticks. Hello, I'm Andrew Chef Sigmundas. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 6 Hockey Sticks. It's day 66 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house. And this week, Steven is the head of household again. He nominated Andrew and Hearn for eviction. But who will win the Golden Power Veto? You'll have to find out Saturday and Sunday. But first, we are here with Brazil, Nicole, Jojo, the winner of Big Brother Cheesecake 5 All-Stars and reigning champion, who will be giving up his crown in about 3 weeks. And Jonah, who he is partially responsible for. Jonah, I'm going to start, if you don't mind. I have to ask Jojo a question. Because Jojo, everybody wants to know why you gave HOH to Karen when she already had it twice.
There were quite a few reasons. There was only one person that I ruled out when time came up for me to decide on who I was choosing. The majority of the game, from the episodes that I was seeing, I was really rooting for Karen. I was in her corner. I love that she's like proud of making big moves, has made them, and she really put a target on her back. So I thought her plea was great. She was really warm and welcoming, and we were having fun in that group chat, and she answered every single question that I asked of her. I was giving people chances for bonus points. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. She wrote me a fanfic. Like, she was tweeting me like ticking every correct box. And I love a strong female, and I would love to see a strong female win this season. Sorry, Jonah. Sorry, Andrew. Sorry, Hearn. Sorry, Steven.
Hi, Megan.
Sorry, Corey. Hi, Megan. Yeah, so I was happy with my choice for Karen, and I think she has been kicking ass.
Okay, so thank you. So now let Jonah welcome.
No.
I felt so bad that you were evicted. What do you think happened?
Okay, so we can break down the vote. The vote was 3-4. So obviously there was only 6 people voting, but that extra vote is, or was, the best kept secret in the game, as far as I'm concerned, unless I don't know about any other secrets. So I can dispel that one right now. That was my vote. And I'm sure I had an alumni vote because it was 1-12. And the alumni vote was the clinch, right, for me, because that was the reason why I told Karen and I told everyone, yeah, I'm sick of playing. I don't really want to play anymore. I'm done with this game, because I didn't want to have to compete for the alumni vote. So I'm glad that worked out, because it was 12-1. But I was relying on Andrew and Brooke. So one of them voted for me, and one of them, obviously two-timed me.
And who do you think that was?
Oh, it's a complete toss-up. I couldn't say.
Okay. All right. I can't believe it, because I thought you were done. Like, I thought you were going to be out unanimously. And then when the votes started coming in and you were getting traction, I was like, oh, this is going to be really close. And then we were so close. What do you think? I hope I wasn't too harsh on you in my little spiel, because
I laughed so hard when you said the only thing worse than getting evicted is getting evicted on Hanukkah. I'm hysterical. Good read.
I meant the fact that week 3 you were going to backdoor Karen, and you went back on that.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that.
Yes.
So what happened was, first of all, I was in an alliance with Karen. I was in the Fantastic Four with her, Salary, and I was weighing my options. Like I didn't know like that Karen was going to be such a beast in the game. Like I was totally open to working with her as well. The most important reason though was that I didn't have a clean shot at her. Karen is a lot like me, and this is why we butted heads in the game and why we probably could not get together, is because we were both hyper social. We're both, I would say commandeering, and like everybody. When I was HOH, I asked all the girls, who would you want to see on the block? Or sorry, who are the two people you do not want to see on the block? And everybody said Karen, right? She had the social game down pat. So I think it would have been close, but I don't think I had a clean shot at her. So I don't think, do I stand by my decision? Obviously not, because like it would have been, it's week 10 and that was the last chance anybody had to get at her. So if you go through the weeks properly. So obviously I do regret that, but like it was the best decision I could have made at the time.
Okay. So you're saying that you think she would have stayed?
I think it's a strong possibility she would have stayed, yeah. And then I would have been up Schitt's Creek.
Great show. The one of the greatest things about Canada, I do have to say. Wait, Karen and Steven have pretty much gone off like back and forth for how many weeks has it been now?
So I'll just give you the rundown. I was HOH week 3. Week 4, Steven was HOH. Week 5, Karen was HOH. Week 6, Rhonda was HOH, and Karen couldn't be put up because of the twist. Then started the trade-off between Karen, Steven. So really, she hasn't had to sweat since week 3.
That's right. That's crazy.
Which twist she couldn't?
Rhonda couldn't her up because of the conference twist.
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
My bad.
And she's like, what do I even do this season? Who knows?
The conference twist, I really expected to have a huge impact on the game, and I don't really feel it did. Like there was no female, like the girls, like the conference chats, the Eastern Conference chat and the Western Conference chat, those died so soon that I stopped removing people from them because nobody ever talks in them.
Yeah, let's fire that chat up again. It was every time we were going into a competition, it was just like, yeah, boys, let's go, boys, we're gonna win, boys. And then every time somebody was like, oh boy, you kept us on safe, boy, bro. So I don't, that was probably the extent of the twist it was ever gonna be. I don't know who you workshopped that with, but it was not supposed to work with Big Brother.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it kind of encompassed the format of Survivor, where if you win immunity, you're all safe. In theory, that's where it came from.
I think the difference is it puts the power in the other group's hands. So you really want to align with the other group or a couple of key members that can keep your name off the chopping block until the twist is up.
And what really drove me nuts, because I've been playing a lot of orgs and obviously we all watch Survivor, is was there talk about that there would be a swap? Because I was like, I am not doing a swap because it drives me nuts in Survivor when every season has a swap. And of course, this season didn't, but the vast majority of Survivor seasons do have swaps. And I hate when somebody gets fucked because of it. So I purposely didn't have one, but I thought that there would be a lot of chit chat about, oh, week 5 is coming. He might mix us into like different, like 2, mixed teams. But I guess that never came up. No.
Yeah, I think that's too far along. Week 5, like maybe if you did a swap at week 4, that might have been more like, oh, that's happening for 2 weeks and then get rid of the twist.
No. So Jonah, who do you think right now is in the worst position?
Probably Michael. Maybe Salaby.
No. And okay, so now you were evicted with Monopoly pieces. You chose to give Salaby the pieces, but you did just say that you weren't sure if Andrew or Brooke voted against you. So how come you gave him the light blue?
Well, I needed to make sure that he knew that there's no hard feelings.
Oh,
that's so cute.
It is cute.
It's adorable.
I think it's dumb. I think you should have given it to Brooke. Brooke has a diamond power veto. She could actually I guess she can't get Steven or Karen out this week, but she can pick a target and let it loose.
But would her target even be Steven or Karen? I mean, she's been pretty
Well,
safe lately.
They can't
Yeah.
go on the clock. She could use the diamond power of Eater to put up Rhonda or Corey. I would rather Salah be safe for sure. And I would be thrilled if Brooke won the diamond power of veto. I'm not giving my pieces so that somebody else can make a big move.
Fair.
No.
I feel like you and Brooke though were very close. Like I know she was upset at some point. You two were having a chat. So personally, I'd be shocked if Brooke was the one to vote you out this round. But I gotta say, I was shocked that you gave it to Andrew over Brooke.
Just like in week when you gave HOH to Karen, you obviously don't know very much about my game.
Okay, so I need to clarify something as well. When you had your pitch to me, there was a mistake in the wording.
You still don't know. You still weren't in the loop. You can't possibly be in the loop. How can these alumni be making these being formed these by Andrew's voice was just saying, ha, it's me, Jonah. Ha, hi everyone. Like that's I can't possibly be portrayed as anything but like a gross, annoying, goofy weirdo by Andrew's portrayal of me. So I really like nobody can possibly be getting a very accurate picture of what's going on inside the house.
I don't know if it was recording or not, but you did do the laugh earlier in this call. I just don't know if it was caught on the episode.
It was recording.
Oh, good.
No, Jonah, what I was going to say, Jonah, is in the group chat, I thought you were awesome. I did see a path for you. When I said I didn't see a path for two people, that was Andrew and Hearn, but it did autocorrect to Jonah. Then I changed it. So I think you were under the assumption for a while that I said that I didn't see a clear path for you to get to the end or to win.
Yeah, I did assume that. I couldn't possibly have assumed that Hearn would autocorrect to Jonah, but I certainly believed you.
Yeah. Well, literally like 2 words later, I said, oh shit, I meant Hearn over Jonah. Sorry. But yeah.
Probably by that point in the day, Jojo, I was blind. I was seeing red. Like I was going for broke. So I easily could have missed something.
Fair enough. It's all good.
Speaking of seeing red, what the heck happened between you and Amy? Because this is still going on like the Big Brother Cheesecake org.
Are you allowed to talk about her, Andrew?
She's been gone for 6 weeks. If she
Are you allowed to talk about her?
Well, she doesn't have a restraining order on me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I can start from the beginning because that's really where it started. Like from probably like not even like week 1, like the second chat that we had, she was like, Jonah, I love you. You're my number one. We're going all the way together. I'm going to take you all the way. I'll throw myself in front of you. I'm going to make like, it was like blah, 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 blah. And like we're playing a game here. It was very, I was very flattered, and also she was my number one too. Like I love talking to her. We spent all like very many hours chatting, sending voice messages back together, calling. But like as the weeks progressed, it got weirder and weirder and more like involved. And then some of the voice messages she was sending me were inappropriate. And even so, like I still would have gone farther with her. When I put her on the block as a pawn, it was because Rhonda wanted to leave the game. And she made that very, very clear in Quad Squad and what the alliance our alliance name. And she made it very clear to me. And I asked her, please, Rhonda, I don't want to do this. Do I really have to put you up? And she's like, yeah, I'm done with the game. So she obviously wanted to go. Everybody was like, yeah, okay, Jonah, we'll vote out Rhonda, no problem. And so once Brooke won the veto, I had to put a replacement up. I was weighing putting Karen up, but I thought it was a bad idea. So I needed a pawn. And Amy said in 4 forums, not only in Quad Squad, not only in the girls chat that we made, not only in personal chat we made, and over phone call, we had a half an hour conversation about it where she's like, put me up. I don't want you to have to go through this. Put me up, I'll stay. And so I put her up. And then she went into a tailspin for the next many days. And it was like, while I was out, while I was with my family, while I was doing stuff. And it was like, and I got annoyed, and I had a heavy hand with her, and I was like, enough. And she didn't take criticism very well, and that's how she exited the game.
Okay, you summed it up very well. And the reason why, to answer to Jojo, the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because Amy had her chance on Extra Whip to speak her mind, and now Jonah gets his chance to speak his mind, and now you've both spoken your mind. And would you be able to like there's no hard feelings, right? You're able to move on, and hopefully.
She lives in Colorado. What are we going to do? Sit around and talk about the good old times?
Good. So you're able to move on. Okay.
Yes.
Meet for tea.
Excellent. Good. Okay, so last week Karen was HOH. The veto was OTEV. What? What'd I do?
Nothing.
No.
I'm just laughing that he's like, what are we gonna do?
I'm still laughing at Jonah's comment about Colorado.
The veto was OTEV, and you did well, but unfortunately, yeah, you did okay.
Unfortunately, I forgot my computer at home, and I was at my parents' house, and that's pretty much what did me in an OTEV. The truth is, I would have used the veto to take Andrew off the block. I was 100% happy to do that, especially because it would have like gone through with like the, oh, I don't care, I'm giving up sort of facade. And also, I did want him to continue, if not like between one of the two of us. I thought he had a better chance than me. So I would have like, we're not actually playing Big Brother. This is like Big Brother Cheesecake. So I was happy to take him off the block.
Wow.
This is real life.
So then in theory, you would have still ended up here in that case, because Hearn would have replaced.
Yeah, I would have looked like an even bigger idiot than I look like today. Yeah.
But the amethyst veto could have been in play as well.
Yeah, he could have used that amethyst veto, but we counted the votes many times. Like we thought we had it.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
you did.
Kaylee also didn't think she was going 7-0
Not at all.
until
Not at all.
until next
Yeah.
day.
Day was a complete blur for many of us, except for Karen, who's rock solid through anything. Everyone was like going crazy. Kaylee was seeing red, and so was I. And like she didn't have a vision for that. Like, and we did have that conversation after. Like, I did tell her, like, Kaylee, I can't save you, which really should have translated into, I'm voting you out to save face with Andrew. And
Yeah, she was
like that.
pretty confused about that statement afterwards. She brought that up in her Extra Whip also, how she wasn't sure how it was meant, and then she kind of figured it out after.
7-0 is kind of an extra sting. Like, obviously nobody wants to go out in a unanimous vote, but Kaylee's a gamer, and I know it took her less than 24 hours to get over it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
she was lovely.
She was in good spirits and everything when we were hanging out here.
You're very good at not being, unlike me, you're very good at not dwelling on the negatives forever and ever. So would you say now that it's been 24 hours that you're over it, or are you still processing?
Andrew, you have no way of knowing this, but I'm a very spiteful and vindictive. I don't have any anger against anybody inside the game. I think everybody's cool. I was thinking of having a sign up that said Karen, and then I was going to flip it cool, because she super is, but I really I don't have any, nothing, no ill will. I have opinions about people, but I don't have any, like I'm not dwelling on anything.
Well,
You said in the game.
Yeah.
Well, since there's only 7 people left, do you want to go through each person and tell us how you feel about them in terms of game?
Or should we talk about people on pre-jury and how you feel about them?
No,
yeah, you had it. Yeah, you had a little tiff with Judy. Tell us about that.
That was fun.
So she greeted me in the loser chat with Jonah, I'm not very sad to see you here. Actually, your game wasn't just messy, it was. And I just think that after playing 858 billion orgs, that I know a little bit more about orgs than you do. And I wouldn't have done some nondescript thing that you did that wasn't very good. So thanks. Like, I would literally rather eat a bus tire than talk to you about this game. Goodbye. I mean, honestly, like it wasn't, I did not have a messy game. My game, I mean, Jojo asked me during his reign of terror what's your strat? What's your game? And I said, my game's the loyalty game. And that wasn't true. My game was covering my bases and obviously acting. So acting is always my default. And covering my bases, I think I did that very well. At many points in the game, I had alliances with almost everybody that not everybody knew about. So I don't think my game was messy at all. The messy part was that Judy told, like inserted herself in the game after she was evicted and was spilling a bunch of tea that was told to her from, it was from Rhonda to Amy W to Judy, and then she told it to Karen, and that really dampens the integrity of the game, and I'd be embarrassed if that was me and I got caught doing that.
I do agree with you. I don't think your game was messy, and I think overall you played a great game. Especially for a first time, it was very impressive overall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Week 6, I was on your call with they're all out now except for one, your alliance.
Just got a pit in my stomach thinking about that call. Yeah.
And I could tell that you wanted to vote Steven out. The other 3 wanted Jit out, and I could tell that you weren't happy with it, but you did what a lot of Big Brother players would do, which is you didn't want to rock the boat too much and piss everyone off, so you went along with it. And I might have to, I don't know what I would have done in that case, but in that week, do you think you should have now looking back, spoken up and said, no, we really got to take the shot now on Steven?
Well, right, like hindsight is 2020. We certainly should have evicted him, but there was a twist that you're underestimating the gravity of. We knew the incoming HOH. We knew it was Karen, and she started fighting hard to keep Steven. And I wanted to stay on her good side. That was the worst. The worst part of the plan was keeping Steven. The rest of the plan was okay. Was pretending to flip and be in an alliance with Karen. But honestly, here's the thing. If the argument was Karen saying, hi, I have this secret pair with Steven and we trust each other and we've played a bunch of orgs before and we're going to go all the way together, obviously that would not have been a strong argument. The argument was he's in the house and he causes drama and he has conflicts with other people. So that I was kind of blinded by it. That is another thing that I wanted to make sure that I said on this. Like the fact that we had secret pairs and people that knew each other before, I think it also dampens the integrity of the game. And I don't think we can, I don't think it
Imagine them like altering like pictures of like movies and stuff with their faces on it and like holding you like in a casket and being like, just kidding, we know each other.
Right.
Jojo,
exactly.
how would that go over?
I did not edit a single photo. I was not a part of any of the photoshopping. The reveal video was a little much, but
Jonah, that's what they did to us in season 3. Like reveal, we all know each other. We're sitting at like a diner drinking milkshakes.
Did they make matching shirts too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mine.
That's
Set on
not
fire.
You also called Eitan Etienne, which was really funny.
Etienne.
Yeah.
Really, that's a brag. I think that's what's the word I'm looking for? That's I wouldn't tell anyone that until the game was over. Is that
We're
what
the
you got?
final 3, so that's why we did it.
Okay, got it. I mean, there was 2 more secret alliances that you start with in the game. I really I didn't like that. And when I heard about that, I really my brother was like, and you're playing this game because? I was like, well, it's not a big deal. I'll be able to get past them. And I really underestimated the power of having somebody that you already trust, that you already know, and that you already have an alliance with. Now back to that call with I definitely should have spoken up more, but I don't think no regrets.
Because the thing is, Karen is a strategic player. So if you piss her off and you vote off Steven, she's still gonna make the most strategic move. I don't think she's gonna, make it personal. So yeah, it's a tough call. I felt your pain there because I could just see it on your face that you were just like, oh, okay.
Talk was Kaylee, who I always thought was very strategic, knew what she was doing, and I was really glad to be playing with her. She was like, I just want to cause drama, Jonah. Can we please just cause some drama today? And I was like, what? What are you talking about? No, we can't just cause drama. We need a good reason for this douche. And then there was argument after argument. Yeah, so
I mean, Karen and Steven, they covered their bases well because they had a 3-person alliance with Kately. Then they had at the time a 3-person alliance with Brooke. Karen was super close with Amethyst. So they basically were aligned with the votes that they needed to keep Steven. So they're playing well. Now, who do you think, I ask this every week, who do you think is going to win and who do you want to see win?
Who do I think is going to win? I think Karen and Steven are playing a Janelle-a-thon, and I don't think they can survive at the end of the week on the block, either of them. You know what I mean? But that being said, it's 2 of them in a house of 7. They're both going into final 6, and I believe one of them is going to be able to win each week, most likely, especially now that we're getting into the competitions that are about like memory and stuff, and where you really have to give a shit. So I think one of them is going to win. Who do I want to win, Andrew? And Michael, and Brooke.
I had no idea who Michael was until my head just connected it really quick. And I was like, who's fucking
It
Michael?
throws me off sometimes in videos too.
Yeah, I got that now. I mean, I was like, oh, did I just miss an entire player this whole time? Like,
Well, it's because he's not on your team, which speaking of which,
who is anymore?
Yeah, Corey is the last
Corey.
person. Corey's the last person on your team who's won 0 competitions and has 0. No, he has Monopoly pieces. He has.
Corey, you got first place in one thing, and it is being first to not get evicted in my.
It's yeah. He came
Well,
first
you did pick Corey first. So in theory, of your team, the last person standing is the one you picked first. So that's impressive. Whereas Brazil picked Zach first, and he's been gone since Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving. So,
I was like,
yeah.
Zach. Oh,
What's wrong with Zach?
oh, nothing. He's the only person that I knew going in. I'm like, oh God, hope he's not around for Winner's Choice. I don't want to choose him.
Like that's obviously that's a huge flaw in this Winner's Choice competition, that like you basically have this fan who's watching the show picking who's going to be the HOH, and I don't really want to see the tally that you were keeping that day. I don't think it matters. It's not a competition, and it really sucked to go out like that. Like that's, and also Kately was talking to JoJo all day because she had that advantage, and she basically said to JoJo, just don't pick Karen at like 2 p.m. And he was like, that's really hard for me. So he had already made up his mind very early in the day, and despite my better judgment, I was still trying to, I don't know, impress JoJo, but like that still does not make a competition.
Did not have my mind made up. No.
It would be, let's nix this Winner's Choice competition.
It's tradition, though. We've had it since the very beginning. And JoJo did have one stat wrong. Only one Winner's Choice person has won. Who do you think is the other one? JoJo.
Me and Chanel.
Derek.
Chantel
Chantel never won Winner's Choice.
Chanel picked Chantel, and Chantel won season 3.
Chanel picked me.
Chanel picked JoJo.
Oh, really?
And but I won season 5. And
No,
Jeffrey
liar.
picked.
Nobody picked your ass in season 5. What are you talking about?
Not season 5. I was just chosen in season 3.
I picked Curtis.
My name's still chosen.
Yeah.
Curtis could still win season 11.
He
and
will.
Be a
will.
Winner's
I'll vote for him.
Choice winner.
So the point is only one Winner's Choice winner.
It's even worse.
JoJo's like, I picked the best episode.
That's a big piss off.
What?
That's a big piss off.
Yeah, it's a competition that, I mean, no matter what week
I would
it's done either. It's
in the word competition for this. If you want to use competition, you've got to put it in quotations, italics, and smaller font.
JoJo, are you? You're alone in the car, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Did anybody, as a joke, I don't know, I just put as a joke, just the thing, offer you anything like Joanne would have? Yeah, that's what I mean. And he's frozen on that.
Unfortunately not, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, am I frozen?
No, you were on the thing, yeah. Yeah.
No, And no, it was good. Like, didn't talk to anyone but I was shocked that I wasn't booted out right away. I assumed like I was gone the next morning.
I forgot.
And then I woke up, I'm like, oh, I'm still here. Okay.
How long were you
next
in
day,
there?
still here.
4 days.
Yeah, no.
What? You were in there for 4 days?
Yeah. And I have to say, like, the PTSD came back like that. It was watching the fighting. I'm like, oh my God. Or even like going to check my phone. I took the day off work. I'm like, I'm just going to have a full day. It'll be fun. Like, I'll get to know these people. And then it kept going. I'm like, day 3, I'm like, this is
This is what I get for
I don't want
winning.
to see the aftermath. I just want in and out. So that was the difference.
The
for
restaurant?
sure.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
you're Canadian.
Usually the special guests have like drama associated with them, like freaking Zingbot. And like when like Jeff and Jordan come to do a competition, it's not like nobody has drama with them, but like there was no criteria for this competition. I thought I was like, if I had known that the criteria was I want to choose somebody that's going to win, I wouldn't have shown all my vulnerabilities and like continued drama with people. I would have made a different case. And you know that there's also we couldn't personally message you. Usually all of these things are done like, oh my God, isn't that person such a bitch? We can did this. And so we had to like get it all out in front of you.
But that was done
like that. We're a really nice calm bunch.
But that's done on purpose so that everybody can see what everybody else is saying in their pitch.
That part of the let's say game that we played was very smart. I like that it was that you had to do it in public.
But I also had Kaylee's opinions on everyone as well, right? Like, we talked all day long. It wasn't all just negative about Karen or Steven or positive about you and Amethyst, whoever. I really got her opinions, but I also have my own opinions. And yeah.
So if Kaylee had stayed, would you have picked her?
Oh, if I thought Kaylee was staying, I might have chosen Kaylee. Yeah, I probably would have. Yeah. She was, in my tally, at least, she came in 3rd. But yeah, if I knew she was staying, I would have given her HOH in a heartbeat.
She's gonna like freak out hearing that after. She's like, damn it.
I think she knew that though.
So Jonah, first of all, I hope you had fun overall. I know it's a roller coaster of emotions, but it's also meant to be fun, and I hope you did.
The most fun was when things were going my way. And, like, I think I learned a few things. The first one is that I'm kind of a sore loser. Like, I mean, maybe, perhaps not, but like, I definitely felt like pretty sour when I was not, when I wasn't winning. And that day, JoJo's Reign of Terror, when I just left the chat for the day, that made me realize like I was kind of like contorting inside because of this game, and it wasn't stunning. So it's a little bit of a sore loser. I've learned another thing. Proofread your messages, people. Before you send it, just proofread it, because like every time it's like, yeah, I'd send a message, it's like, what? It was like, fuck, I can't believe I did that again. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, did I have fun? The most fun, I think, was the fiasco week when Karen like won head of household for the 2nd time, and I was trying to save the savers, right? Like that was for me, and that was the fun in it. And we actually got her to put up Salaby on the block. Like, I don't understand. I don't think everybody understands how what a magnitude that was. Like, this is one of the only people outside of the 7, save for Steven. Right? She could choose 2 of any other people, and she chose Salaby. Why? There were so many moving parts to this plan, so many people buzzing in her ear, and it was a lot of fun, like being in that war room, which was really the Just Us Alliance, telling everybody to do what they had to do. Corey had a part, Michael had a part, Brooke had a part, Amy, everybody had a part, and it was like just like getting a play together, you know? It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
We got him on the block, and even after that, he was like, so Jonah, I know about the Alliance, and where does that leave us? And I was like, yeah, Salaby, I wanted you out last week. And we got over it real fast. Like as much as I love him, the Alliance of 7 in this game was more valuable than Andrew.
Honesty.
Yeah, that was a good moment. I do think I'm surprised Karen made that decision. If Andrew didn't use the veto, I think the votes were there to get rid of him, even with the Amethyst veto that he had. So yeah, that, congrats. That was a great move. It
was so sad. He walked right into that one.
Wait, when? What?
Andrew.
In week 5, Joe was on Karen was looking for targets, and we made it up that Joe was like this big conniving, had some lines for that. And I was in his ear, and I was like, yeah, Karen is looking for information. Don't give her any. Just be really cool and calm and be secretive. And comes back to everyone, and she's like, okay, Joe just gave me nothing. He didn't say shit all to me, and he's going up on the block, and I was like, okay, good. This one's done.
Told you it was accurate. I don't think you're a sore loser, but then at the same time, your name starts with Jona, and that's kind of eerie. Anyway, with that said, who will win the Golden Power Veto? Find out tomorrow and Sunday, the Big Brother Monopoly Golden Power Veto competition. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes for once. Monday's the Golden Power Veto ceremony. Tuesday is the next live eviction and head of household competition where other house guests will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 6 house, be eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs and fail. I'm Andrew Sheskin. Take care, and remember, the only difference between pit bulls and hockey moms is lipstick. Good night.